Greetings, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the time period of October 1st to the 22nd, 2018. My apologies for this reading being late. I got busy with things pertaining to my personal life. I actually almost didn't do them because it's you and Libra. I see the issue that happened was I actually did you and Libra the same time I did everybody else. But what happened was when I went to go save it, and I listen, usually I listen to the video before I upload it. And I found that it didn't record all the way. And I was kind of aggravated by that. And I was like, oh, I'm tired. I have to do work. I have to do this, that, and the third. I will get to them again and I'll do them over. So I almost didn't do you again. And Libra I also have to do. But these videos also take a very long time to upload because of my internet connection. So that could also be, that's also another situation. But bear with, and thank you, any Virgos, Libras. Thank you for bearing with me. I hope that this saves and that mistake doesn't happen again, okay? So I am using, like I'm sure you've watched the other videos, I'm using playing cards. They're B playing cards. I'll show you the box. They're B playing cards, okay? Non-tarot situation that we have going on here. So I'm just going to run through the suits really quickly. The diamonds represent earth sign energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. The clubs represent fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. The hearts represent water sign energy, cups energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And the spades represent air sign elements, okay? Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, okay? So let's see what's going on with you. So you're already in whether it's after the time, it's still, maybe there's something that, maybe things happen for a reason. Maybe there's something that you need to catch, at this time period specifically. Okay, let's see. Still the beginning of October, so it's not that, I'm not that late. All right, let's see what's going on. Oh, interesting. I told her to stop doing that. So it could be gossip, maybe I get a cancer, maybe a cancer. I told her to stop doing that. So maybe it's a cancer. But I also get something about sucking thumb. So maybe it's a Cancerian kid, or maybe it's just a Cancerian younger person that has a habit that is childlike, or maybe something's going on with you with some type of childlike habit, but it has something to do with fingers and thumbs and sucking thumb and biting nails and rubbing and whatever it is. Someone's going to have abuse in childhood. So maybe this is a cancer that was going through this and they can't stop, but it has something to do, I know it's personal to say, but it has something to do with the fact that somebody may have been touching you up and down your legs as a kid, or as a cancer. Maybe something's going on with you, or either you or a cancer, somebody or both. Somebody's got an issue, but it has something to do, some type of finger licking and tongue, what do you call it? Thumb sucking issue. You know what I mean? But it has something to do with molestation and child abuse and being touched by cousins and fathers and uncles and brothers, whatever, some kind of situation like that. But something about that is also newfound, but maybe you feel betrayed. If you're dealing with this, maybe your mother's a cancer, or maybe you could have a Cancerian mom, or maybe something's going on with you. You feel, if it's a mom, maybe you feel betrayed by your mother. If whatever sign your mother is, like somebody else has a Scorpio that's a mom, or there's a Scorpio that is a mother-like figure, but it's her I want, but it's her I want to stop doing something. It's a Scorpio. So either you want a cancer, well, if you have a parent, the parent, either they're a sibling, that the cancer is either like a younger person that's childlike, or it's an adult that has a childlike behavior, or you feel you feel betrayed by Cancerian energy for whatever reason. So it could have to do with child molestation and child abuse pertaining to you specifically. But if you're dealing with a Scorpio-like element, they're either a parent or they're a person that you want to stop doing something, but I get hands, maybe something's going on with somebody, I get jealousy. Somebody's doing something with their hands that is making people jealous. It could be artwork, it could be handcraft. It could be, so either it's aggravating someone, like sucking thumb and twiddling thumbs and rubbing things and whatever kind of nervous habit that you have or somebody has around you, or it's some type of work that somebody does with their hands and it's making somebody jealous, or it's making somebody's family members jealous, whatever it is. But I want to know how to do that. So somebody's doing something with their hands that you want to learn how to do. And maybe for some reason, I guess I'm not trying to open third eye. So maybe you are, maybe something's going on with you in spiritual and going through something's going on with you going through a rough ascension process. Also, that's one situation. Or there's something that's going on with you where you are in a situation here where you're trying to open your third eye, and for some reason, maybe you think that that's difficult to do. Like, it's not difficult to do. There's places you can either open it yourself, you can meditate, and you feel maybe there's this aggravation with you trying to open your third eye, and maybe you feel it's going to take 10,000 years to do. It's not that serious. It's not going to take a long time for you to figure out how to open your third eye. You could go, there's places, we get Reiki done, you get crystal healing done, those where you find places that would actually do it for you if you don't want to do it yourself. If you feel like something's going on with a slow spiritual transformation. If you feel like you're going through a slow spiritual transformation, or maybe it's a parent, maybe somebody has an ailment or an illness, and maybe your third eye is open, and maybe you see that a parent is going through some type of weird dietary issue inside of your house, and you're like, if he or she doesn't stop eating this, that, and the third. I get sugar. Maybe somebody's eating a lot of sugar. Maybe a Taurus-like element is eating a lot of sugar. But if it's a Taurus, they've been doing that since childhood. So that element could be a sibling. The element could be a friend, a cousin, a family member, whoever. But they're trying to get you to. So maybe you're trying to eat healthy. You're trying to open your third eye. You're trying to be spiritual. But you have elements around you that they're trying to get you to eat sugary things. And you're like, no. I stopped doing that. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to get thin. I'm trying to have a big behind. I'm trying to have a tiny pint-sized waist. I'm trying to do these things, or I'm trying to have abs and muscles and box and whatever it is. But you're like, I'm not trying to do these. So it could be childhood things. Maybe something's going on with you spiritually and finding out things about yourself spiritually, but it has something to do with your childhood and nervous behaviors and how to get rid of that kind of stuff, or it's third eye. And dietary things and changing and morphing yourself and, changing, some type of transformative phase that you're going through, and maybe somebody can't take it, or maybe somebody else around you. I bet Capricorn is going through these kind of things, and maybe I get jealousy. There's jealousy with that element. Maybe that's the element that has a Scorpio in their chart, or is a separate Scorpio-like element that can't seem to figure out how they want to eat. Then maybe something's going on with that. All right, let's see. Okay, Virgo, 3 of spades. But I guess I'm an air sign element, so maybe it's an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. The Aquarius, if you're dealing with an Aquarian energy, they're talking a lot. Something is talkative with an Aquarian. So maybe they're involved with something. Maybe I get housemate. An Aquarian is your housemate, or an Aquarian is involved with an external housemate that you have, or a friend or family member, whatever. But this is not being too involved. So maybe you feel like an Aquarian energy is too involved with your personal affairs, vice versa, whatever it is. There's an ends. Like maybe you feel like an Aquarian energy wants to end on something that you're doing, vice versa, but you don't want them to, or they don't want you to be in. And the in could be in terms, this could be being in like a private, like a hip society, a private society, like a what do you call that kind of situation? A secret society, like the ends, like maybe something's going on with the ends with that element. So maybe somebody makes a lot of money inside of their house, or maybe you think that they make a lot of money inside their house. Maybe they don't, maybe they do. But I guess about phone calls. Maybe you're trying to make phone calls, but there's this trying to stop. Maybe somebody works at home. Like, maybe somebody works at. Maybe you're calling maybe you're calling the Aquarian energy to complain about them, but it's how to get her to stop. So maybe it has something to do with some type of work that someone is doing inside of their home, inside their office, whatever it is. Aquarian energy, they're not really helping. Maybe they're only listening to what you. They're only listening to you. They're only listening to what you have to say on the surface, but they're not actually taking action because they're actually scared of someone that you live with or you work with, whatever it is. So it could be a boss. Maybe a boss has a crazy habit. And maybe a boss has a crazy habit. The Aquarian, some air sign, they could be I get they're onlooker. Maybe they're onlooker to a boss having a crazy habit somewhere, but a nervous, somebody has a nervous habit. So maybe it's you. An Aquarian is trying to make calls to get you to stop. But I get therapy. Maybe some air sign is trying to I get maybe a Gemini is trying to make calls to help you out with therapy. Maybe something's going on. But I get neurological. So something may be going on with you, like neurologically. Like, and maybe that's why air sign is making calls. Some air sign is making calls, vice versa. Maybe something's going on with an air sign neurologically, but I keep can't stop doing it. So either it's a nervous habit, like it's maybe something's going on with like sucking thumb or twiddling thumbs, or so either it's a boss or it's a housemate that has some strange habit, or somebody works from home. You're trying to make secretive phone calls to get someone to not be working at home, or you want the ends on some type of situation, or you're trying to get someone to stop doing something, but something is neurological. So either something's neurological with you and you can't stop because it has something to do with your childhood and molestation and abuse from a parent or a father or uncle or brother or sister, something like that, or something's going on with an air sign and they're neurological. But when I said air sign, I get somebody has like a neurological defect, like something is going on. So either maybe it's a person that has what do you call it? It could be a person that has like developmentally delayed, or it could be an adult. This could be an adult that's developmentally delayed, but they don't know that. So this could be Aquarian energy, some or air sign. Somebody is Gemini, some air sign. They're developmentally delayed, but they're acting like they're not. Like they're acting like they're not, and maybe that's why you're making phone calls, because maybe they're doing some type of work, or they're doing something, or they're saying something to you. But it's because something's aggravating. But it's because they're developmentally delayed. This is a situation here where you could be dealing with an older person that maybe they're in the same age range as you. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. But maybe something's going on with them where they're cognizantly aware of their actions. So maybe it's you. Maybe you're cognizantly aware of your actions, or you're not cognizantly aware of your actions. But I guess something is because of a car accident. So maybe something's going on with you, not neurologically. It could have already happened, or happened in childhood, but when I said something, okay, I see what's going on. If there's a situation here, something's going on with you with seat belts and baby seats, but it feels like a 6 of cups, like something's going on with you neurologically, or air sign neurologically, but it has something to do. But there's a mother did not say, or mother did not tell me this, that, and the third. So it has something to do with you not wearing your seatbelt as a kid, or somebody, maybe you as a kid, you were sitting in the what do you call that? What's the hell? Car seats. Maybe you were sitting in car seats, or air sign. Somebody was sitting in car seats as a kid, but something happened. Like maybe a car was jerked and maybe somebody hit their head. You know what? Something's going on with hitting a head in childhood, but maybe that's where the deception from the parent is coming from. And maybe that's why air-like element, maybe that's why somebody has developmental delay, because of their seatbelt wasn't on them properly, or maybe your seatbelt wasn't on you properly as an adult or as a kid, and something's going on neurologically with some type of nervous behavior, or some type of behavior that you have, or air sign has some type of interesting thing like that. But someone may be healing and getting better. You don't miss the air sign or you, but it has something to do with some type of tragedy in childhood that someone didn't tell you about. And you're like, why? Like, as an adult, you're like, what's going on? Like, what's going on with me? Or maybe there's people around you that are observing interesting habits that you have, and you don't understand, like, when they're coming to you, and you don't understand why they're coming aggressive. People are coming towards you with aggression, and maybe there's something that you're doing, but you don't realize that you're doing it, and people are coming to you, and they're like, can you stop doing that? Can you this, that, and the third? Or something's going on with you with jealousy and someone doing something with their hands, or something petty like that. I don't know. But you're like, I didn't know. You feel betrayed by parents. You're like, why didn't you tell me I wasn't strapped in properly? or it's an air sign. Maybe they're crying to you and they're saying, my mother didn't tell me that I hit my head. I hit the, what do you call that? What the hell? What's it called? The spinal cord, like the spinal tap, the spine, like the top, right below like right below in the brain, like the back of the neck. Maybe something's going on with that, but you didn't know. But it has something to do with some neurological issue that somebody has. All right. Maybe that's what you're trying to say about an abuser. Maybe somebody abused you as a kid or as an adult, and maybe that's why you're making a particular phone call. It could be someone that you're dating and talking to, a friend. You're trying to better understand somebody's mental behavior. So you're trying to make phone calls to figure out, maybe you're trying to get them MRI tests. Maybe you're getting MRIs and CAT scans, or it's an air sign that is doing it. But you either want to understand the mind of your abuser. Maybe somebody abused you as a kid, parent, somebody, sibling, whatever, or as a friend. You're trying to understand, or maybe they're trying to understand something about you, but it has something that's neurological about that. Okay. Your starting point has the 7 of clubs energy here, 7 of clubs. But I get some out of Aries element. Maybe I get something's wrong with the Aries. Something may be wrong with the Aries, but I get that's who the call is for. So if it's not an air sign element, maybe you're just trying to get an air sign's help into making a secretive phone call for an Aries element, but she can't stop doing it. So something that Aries element is doing, that's why it's a 7 of clubs, 7 of wands energy. Something that's hard to get an Aries to stop doing something. Like touching. They're touching you. Maybe they're touching you and they can't stop touching you. Maybe somebody's huggy. Maybe somebody's very huggy. And maybe that's why. Maybe something's going on with that. Maybe you don't like hugs from someone. Specifically, maybe it's an Aries. But I also get something that's happening at a funeral or at a wake. Maybe it's a family situation. Maybe somebody's trying to hug you. But I get something is responsible. So maybe you feel like maybe something's going on with you attending a funeral or a wake or whatever it is. But your mom, maybe your mother is trying to be motherly with you, and she's trying to hug you. Your dad is trying to hug you. But something's going on, whoever the funeral is for, maybe something's going on with a parent or a family member being responsible, but for treatment. This could be an element here where someone could have passed in the family recently, or however, someone could have passed in the family with the 7 of clubs, but you're blaming, maybe something's going on with you, blaming parents or siblings or some type of family-like situation. You're blaming them for the loss of someone with the 7 of clubs energy. And they're trying intuitively, they're responsible with this element. Because she drank, like something's going on with somebody drinking something with the 7 of clubs. So maybe that's why I get the Aquarius energy again. Maybe either an Aquarian and an Aries, maybe they're responsible for the reason somebody drinking something. Maybe somebody Cancer, but something's going on. Either somebody has cancer, I don't know, but maybe something is going on with an Aries. I get an Aries and an Aquarian energy that they're a man and a woman. They set up someone to drink something toxic with the 7 of clubs energy. But I can't believe what I'm hearing. So maybe you're shocked into what you're hearing. Maybe an Aries going to jail. Like maybe a Sag and an Aries element, maybe they're going to jail, but it's because they're trying to cover up something around someone, and maybe that's what's aggravating about it to you, and you can't take that, you can't stand it. But I also get a cheating scenario. So if it's not like a passing or a funeral or a wake, something on with a cheating scenario, maybe you're aware around the Capricorn, maybe you're aware that a cheating scenario is happening around the Capricorn element, and maybe that's why you're disgusted by an Aries element. Because maybe they're the cheatee, they're the person that I get Sag is cheating on the Capricorn energy with, it's the Aries element. But if she's not cute, if it's an Aries, something's going on with the Aries not being cute, and maybe that's why you don't understand why a Sag is dealing with the Aries element, but it's trying to get them away from each other. 3 of Spades, you're trying to get an Aries and a Sag to leave. You don't like what they're doing to your friend. But something's going on with you being stalking someone. Maybe you stalk these fire signs, but they saw you. Maybe they saw you with this element, with the 3 of Spades and the 3 of Clubs, but they don't know who you are with this kind of element. Because I hope she didn't show me there's this element of I hope she didn't show them a picture of me, or I hope he didn't show a picture of me I hope that he or she didn't show them a picture of what I look like with the 7 of clubs. So maybe something's going on with you helping out a friend that's being cheated on. So you're going out and this kind of feels like this. I kind of feel this element happened to you, like, some time ago, maybe last month or the month before, but something going on with you taking action for a friend, and they're not knowing it, vice versa. Maybe someone is taking action for you. You know what I mean? Or if it's not cheating, It could be cheating on business, could be cheating in what do you call it? Could be cheating in business, or maybe cheating if it's a cheating situation, or cheating and lying. Seven of clubs energy. You're trying to do secretive things. But I get something about wanting an Aquarian energy's help. You want an Aquarius energy's help, but maybe something is undercover with an Aquarius. So you feel like maybe you want an Aquarian energy's help, but something's going on with you not realizing that that element is also secretively involved with concealing something around a Capricorn energy or you with the seven of clubs. But how did she know these things? Something's going on with someone knowing things inside of a place, inside of a house, inside of a workplace. But I get brain activity. That's why I said something is neurological. Something is neurological. I keep getting neurological defect, but I keep getting Aries. But Aries, it has something to do with the kind of mood. Maybe it's alcohol, drinking, and maybe that's why you don't want someone to touch you, hug you. But someone you want to be near a Capricorn energy because something is wrong with Aries. It's fire sign elements. Something's wrong with them neurologically, or somebody's doing something with their brain and you don't understand how they're doing it with the seven of clubs energy. Right? Powerful. Something is powerful about someone that you, a friend, for me, fire sign, something that's powerful about someone. But that's why she can't get away from them. I get something about like African spirituality. Somebody's practicing that heavily. Aries is practicing that heavily behind their door. Maybe an Aries and a Sag, you're practicing these things heavily behind their bedroom door, bathroom door, workplace door, whatever it is. But I'm trying to take pictures. Like you're trying to go and take pictures of what's up. Why are they going behind there? So you're outside. I actually get a vision of you being outside somebody's place and you're going around backs and sides to take secretive pictures with someone of people that are doing your friend wrong, your sister wrong. Or somebody's doing this for you. But when someone is doing this for you, it's a Scorpio-like element. Some water sign male is doing this for you. Pisces. Or they're doing that for a Capricorn. Or you're in on doing these kind of things with a Capricorn energy. But you didn't know, and you did not know that Aquarian was involved. So either you didn't know that they were involved with some type of secretive cheating situation. Or having more information with this kind of element. But that's why he's behind his door laughing. So maybe something's going on with an Aquarian energy being behind their door and they're laughing about things with a seven of clubs. They can't hide from her. Maybe it's a Capricorn or Aries. Maybe that's why you're trying to tiptoe around an Aries Sag element. You don't want them to know that you're around. You're trying to have a friend, or something's going on with you trying to get an Aquarian energy involved. But they're involved. Whatever you're trying to do to help a friend, an Aquarian energy is undercover involved. And maybe there's something going on. But yeah, they're benefiting. They're benefiting off of some type of secrecy that is happening around you or happening around a Capricorn energy. But after I said it, I can't stand them. You can't stand them with the seven of clubs. But it's like, how does she know this information? So that's why I said neurological and brain activity. Somebody has information stored in their head, and maybe something's going on spiritual with that. Something's going on. I get an Aries is scared. An Aries female is scared of that, and maybe that's why a family member is not being invited over. But she's not a witch. Maybe something's going on with you trying to defend to these fire sign energies, like Capricorn or you or someone. You're not witchy. Someone is not a witch. That's just how they are. Maybe that's just how somebody's blessed. Somebody's blessed somewhere. I mean, that's why they have these magical. Somebody has magical abilities. I mean, that's what you're arguing with fire sign energies about. But it's a wanting to go visit. You want to go visit a friend. You want to go visit a Capricorn air sign. You want to go visit those elements. Something's going on with the air sign element. Maybe you want to go visit them, or they want to go visit you, but maybe something's going on with the fire sign elements. Maybe they don't want you to do that because they're scared of somebody. But again, the Capricorn energy also has air in their chart. So maybe something's going on with that. They also have air in their chart. Maybe you have air in your chart. But I get ascendant. If you have air in your chart, if you're a Virgo, you have some type of air-like element, air sign element in your ascendant, somewhere with the seven of clubs. But when you're teaching these things, or somebody's teaching these things, I get aggravated. Maybe you're teaching these things and fire sign elements are aggravated, or Capricorn is teaching these things and somebody's aggravated by that for some reason because of jealousy and envy type. With a two of clubs energy for what you're waiting on. Waiting on a two of clubs energy here. But I keep getting Aries. Maybe you're waiting on two of clubs is like the two of wands. Maybe you need patience to deal with this Aries element. But it's a not getting. Maybe something's going on with you maybe you don't get. That's why I said teaching. Maybe a fire sign element, Aries, whatever. Maybe they're trying to I get Leo also. Leo and Aries. Maybe they're trying to teach you something, or these fire signs. They're trying to teach. Could be in a job or in a home. Maybe parenting. Maybe these elements are your parents, whatever, siblings. job, family, whatever it is. They're trying to teach you something, but maybe it's spiritual. Maybe they're trying to teach you something spiritual, or you're trying to teach them something spiritual pertaining to another family member, whatever it is, with the two of clubs. But I don't understand. Maybe you don't understand. I get Capricorn. You don't understand something that is surrounding a Capricorn element. Maybe something's going on with somebody, they're ill. That's why I said funerals, and maybe something's going on with that, and that's why the Aries and the fire sign elements are trying to hug you. But it's also an element where it's not that. Maybe somebody else has that kind of situation, but maybe something's going on also with you trying to teach, you trying to help your parents understand some type of spiritual, or your friend group understand. I get Gemini. You're trying to get a Gemini energy to understand something spiritual is going on with a Capricorn or you. And maybe that's a Cancer. A Cancer is trying to also understand that. But Aries is closed-minded. So maybe you and a Cancer understands, and maybe they're trying to act like they don't care. They're trying to act like they don't understand, or something's childlike about a Cancer. Maybe that's why you need the patience to deal with a Cancerian energy. They're not the difficult one. If it's a Cancer, they're not difficult. So Aries, these fire sign elements, they're difficult to teach, whatever it is. Or maybe somebody, I get some in a classroom setting. Maybe somebody finds something about teaching you something in a job or in a class. This could be, I get dorm room. Maybe you're in college. Maybe something's going on with you in college. Maybe something's hard about being at college, or like I said, I was getting dorms and being RAs and in college. I get something about racism. Maybe you're dealing with these things in college. Something's going on with college and school. That's why something is difficult. But I also get spiritual. Maybe somebody that you go to school with, or maybe you're taking classes somewhere, whatever. I get nursing. Maybe I get with the Aries. You're doing nursing with an Aries element, or Aries is a nurse, or you're just taking classes, period. You're just taking classes, period. But something is so maybe you're taking something going on with you being scared of someone that you're living with, or you're scared of somebody with this kind of feeling. You're scared of someone because it has something to do with their brain. So either a spiritual scariness that's going on, or you're really scared of someone. Maybe you're trying to go off and you're trying to go behind doors, and you're trying to take action into your own hands, but you're scared of someone. But that's why I said African spirituality and practicing that. You're aware that Aries does that. But if something's going on with like voodoo, whatever it is, Yahweh, whatever, you're scared of that. Maybe that's why you're tiptoeing around. Maybe you don't want someone to cast something on you with the Two of Clubs energy. You don't want someone to cast something on you, or maybe you feel like a fire sign. Maybe you feel like that's what happened to a Capricorn. Maybe you feel like something was casted on a Capricorn energy on purpose. Maybe something didn't work. Maybe it worked or it didn't work with the Two of Clubs and the Seven of Clubs energy. Or maybe you're aware that someone was asked to do that to someone. Or you're aware that somebody did that, period. But yeah, Aquarius. And Aquarius is aware that happened to a Capricorn, it happened to you, or whatever. So somebody is aware that happened somewhere, and that's why they're behind doors and they're laughing about those things. Very interesting. So maybe it has something to do with ailments and illnesses in a family environment, or you being in college or school and being next and near someone. They're trying to teach you things, but maybe something's going on with you spiritually, and you're being scared, or it's Capricorn. That people are practicing Capricorn is practicing mysticism. You're trying to explain that to family members and friends, and they don't understand, or they're trying to act like they're scared. A Cancer understands. Aries doesn't understand. And there's this element of you tiptoeing around the Aries trying to get secretive information from them. Then there's this element here where you want an Aquarius energy's help, but they're trying to pretend that they want to help, but they actually are behind the scenes of secretive stuff surrounding your friend and surrounding you. You didn't know that with the Two of Clubs energy being here. But when I said Two of Clubs energy being here, I said mind business. Maybe something's going on with you minding your business, or something's going on with fire sign. Maybe it's the Aries, the fire sign. Maybe they need to mind their business, but maybe that's what you're traveling. Maybe that's what you're trying to explain to them. Maybe you feel like they should mind their business. Maybe I get your friend. They're not leaving your friend alone, and that's why you're aggravated. Maybe they stopped. Somebody pulled over. So maybe could be cops. I don't feel that heavily. Somebody pulled over, and maybe somebody pulled over and said something to you. Maybe it's the fire sign elements, but maybe they threatened you. Maybe something's going on with you stalking somebody, or somebody stalking you, or you're driving and you pulled over and somebody said something to you, or somebody said something threatening to you, or maybe you said something threatening to someone. But maybe I don't like what you're doing to my friend. Maybe that's what you're trying to say to a fire sign element. But that's why he's not going back to her place, or that's why he's taking so long to answer her, or that's why somebody is disappearing like out of thin air on someone. Like the Capricorn, maybe it's the Sag is doing that. Someone is disappearing out of thin air. So the Aquarius energy knows. The Aquarius energy, the Sag and the Aquarius, they know they're aware, they're a part of possibly as well. Wow. So something's going on with that, with the Two of Clubs energy being here. That's why somebody's man, somebody's woman, they're not returning home because something's going on with you taking action for a friend. And maybe something's going on with, because you took action for a friend, their man or their woman somebody's not returning back home. Someone isn't returning back to their house that they have with someone. But yet fake. When I said house that they have with someone is fake about that. And you're aware of that. I get the Aries and the Sag. Someone is fake about an Aries and a Sag living together. Or the fact that they have a Capricorn energy involved with something like that. Or someone is fake. Someone is fake about that with the Two of Clubs and Seven of Clubs energy. But is it not knowing how to get away? Maybe something's going on with you. You don't know how to get away from something. Maybe it's the fire sign. You need patience to get away. I get boss. Maybe you need the patience to get away from your boss. Something's going on with your boss. But is it, I don't like what he or she is doing to my friend. Something is going on with a boss, and maybe you're trying to get involved. That's why I said mind and business. Maybe you're trying to get involved. Maybe something's going on with coworkers, and maybe you befriended a coworker, but something's going on with you and getting involved with coworker. Like something's going on with you being behind the scenes of knowing secretive information on how a coworker passed, or something's going on with the treatment of a coworker. Maybe that's what you're carrying on with a boss about. But I also get someone is doing that for you. Maybe someone doesn't like how you're being treated by a boss. But I get lady. Maybe your boss is a lady, But I get Sag. Maybe it's a Sagittarius female boss, or it's a Sag female that you're dealing with here, or a Sag male that you're dealing with. You can't stand those elements. But to think that they're better than, maybe those elements think that they're better than you. Maybe they think that they're better than you, or maybe something's going on with you. Maybe you think, maybe that's what, that's also what they're saying. Maybe they're also, but I also get that's why they're favoring a Leo. So something's going on with these fire signs, these Aries and Sag elements. Like something's going on where maybe they think that you think that you're better than them. But a Leo-like, something's going on with a Leo-like element being favored somewhere. So it could be someone else in the workplace that's being favored. And maybe that's why it's shunned. Maybe that's why you're being shunned by these fire signs. You're like, what did I do? What did I do? So either you got really involved with someone else's private affairs, but you're trying to help a friend out, but something's going on with you being caught doing that, or potentially, but it's because somebody pulled up next to your house, or because you pulled up next to someone with the Two of Clubs energy. But I'm going to have to think of another plan. What's my plan B with this kind of element being here? It is a number 2 card. If you think about your alphabet, B is a second letter in the damn alphabet. So something's going on when you're trying to figure out plan B, how to get rid or deal with these fire sign elements. But they don't like me. So maybe something's going on with these fire signs. They don't like you. But something on you stalking. So maybe you're stalking them. Like you're stalking them, or they're stalking you. There's a good reason for it, vice versa, whatever it is. They stole something from a friend or from you. They Capricorn, they're stealing from a Capricorn energy, and Aquarian knows that. That's why they're laughing. Hence the reason why an Aquarian, some air sign, Gemini, whatever, hence the reason why those elements they're laughing. Maybe a Gemini saw something. Maybe a Gemini energy, there's a trying to beat that out of. Maybe you're trying to beat out something that a Gemini and saw an Aries and a Sag do, or saw some fire sign. And it is pertaining to you, or pertaining to a Capricorn, it's pertaining to an earth sign element. But they're trying to get him to talk, and it's a Gemini. And you need patience to deal with the fact that what did you see? Like what did you see? Where did they go? Or what are they driving in? Where are they going? But where are they going with those suitcases? Where are they going with those suitcases? Two of Clubs. They get Aries and a Sag. Where is an Aries and a Sag going with suitcases? Like to their kids. Somebody's traveling to like their children's house. Maybe something's going on, you thinking that Capricorn energy doesn't know that, or you don't know that. Something's going on with that. Like at my man, after I said that. Maybe you're a man. Maybe you're stalking your man, or maybe you're using friends to stalk your man. And maybe something's going on with your man and another woman and suitcases. If you're a woman. If you're a guy, maybe something's going on with you with dealing with a fire sign woman. If you're dealing with something that's tough to deal with, I get her kids. If you're a dude, you're dealing with a fire sign woman. She's got kids that are in the way or something like that. But I can't have sex because there's kids in the way. There's kids in the way. Maybe you're trying to find the two of clubs, you're trying to find extracurricular activities for your kids to get into. But something is scary. So maybe there's children that are scared of you, or that somebody has kids somewhere that they're scared of somebody. Like maybe you are that person that you're scared of someone. Aries, Sag, just fire sign elements. They're scared of someone. Maybe that's why you're trying to find extracurricular activities for kids to do, so that someone won't look at someone. Someone's trying to find extracurricular activities for you to do, or extracurricular activities for there's fire sign kids, for somebody's kids to do, so that they won't look at someone. It has something to do with the fact that Aries is scary. Something scary about an Aries element. I also get, I don't like your moms, bro. Like something going on with that. Like somebody, like your dude friend or woman friend, like somebody's like, yo, somebody's using slang. Like your mom's, like MOMS. Your mom, something's going on with somebody's mom being scary. But yet terrifying. It could be Halloween stuff. Maybe something is terrifying about a mom, but yet what she's saying. Something is terrifying about what a mother is saying to you, or your woman. Maybe something's terrifying about, if you're a dad, it's something terrifying about what your woman is saying to her children or step kids. You're trying to get kids out the house. Or maybe you are that woman. Something's terrifying about something that you're saying. But that's why they don't understand me. So something's going on with you being terrifying, or you being really abrasive, or you being really out there with something that you're doing. You're trying to explain. And maybe that's why something that you're doing or saying is terrifying to someone. It could be something that you saw, but also it was something that was relayed to you is terrifying, with the Two of Clubs and the Seven of Clubs. Or the fact that you saw someone with suitcases is terrifying to you. I mean, if that's the choice of the word that you want to use, what was terrifying in it? Maybe something's in the suitcase. Maybe something crazy is inside of a suitcase. But yet her things. So whoever the her is, maybe I get sister, maybe it's your sister's things that are inside of a suitcase, or it's Aries. Somebody's fire sign, it's their stuff is inside. Somebody has things that are inside of a suitcase. But I don't like what they're doing with her things. Maybe you're on the outside looking in. Maybe somebody passed, or someone went away, or somebody, it could be a friend situation where you're trying to protect your friend, whatever it is, but something's going on where somebody is like, they're taking like it could be a person that passed, or someone that went away, or whoever. Something's going on with, somebody has like took somebody's stuff and they put it in a suitcase, and that's why you don't like maybe they're dumping it, maybe they're being really rude, maybe somebody passed and somebody took the person that passed their stuff and put it in a suitcase and dumped the stuff. That's dirty. Like it's something that's dirty about that. Like it's dirty. Two of Clubs with the Seven of Clubs. It's really dirty. Like they didn't care, or they didn't care about their sibling. They never cared about their sibling, or their friend, or their housemate. Or their wife, their husband. They never cared about them. They never, or they don't, or they never. Or if it's a pass, maybe somebody passes. They never cared about him. And they're trying to act like they did. So it could be in a job. Maybe somebody passed in a job, but maybe somebody cleaned out. This could be an element here where somebody passed in a job, like in your workplace. And maybe their cubicle or something's being cleaned out. It's just the way that it's being cleaned out. Somebody's room, somebody's cubicle, somebody's dorm room. Wow. Jesus Christ. With the Two of Clubs and the Seven of Clubs energy. I don't want to be here anymore. So maybe you don't like what you see somewhere, or maybe it's a classroom, or it's a dorm set. Maybe that's why I said school. Maybe you're in school and maybe something happened to your roommate. I was getting she drank or he drank. Wait, toxic. Somebody drank something toxic somewhere. Every time I say that, I get the Aquarius. So either an Aquarian energy is responsible for the reason into why somebody drank something toxic. Wow. But he injected. Somebody injected, I get some apples or fruits or smoothies, or somebody injected something into something. Somebody injected something, or fruit or whatever food. But I also get mango. Somebody put something in a mango. Somebody put something in a mango drink, or a mango, whatever it is. But it's toxic. Something is toxic about mangoes. It could be a mixed drink or the fruit. Maybe like every time I say the mango and the fruit, I get injected. Maybe some of it is pesticides. Maybe something's going on with organic, and they need to eat organic fruit and vegetables, and something's going on with mangoes and apples and stuff, and being injected with pesticide stuff. You know, and that's why somebody's sick and they're not well. But I will say that that's not the reason. That there's something's going on with that. That's also not the reason with the 7 of clubs and 2 of clubs. Wow. That's what you're arguing with someone about Aquarius. When Aquarius did. But it's also what they're trying to do. Maybe you're witnessing them trying to do that. Something stupid about an Aquarian energy. But maybe that's what you're witnessing them doing. And maybe something's going on with that. Maybe it's not working. But she's gonna know what he did or what I did or whatever. But I see what's going on. I had some at a fridge. Something's going on with like a fridge, and maybe there's food in it, and maybe it's the way. Maybe it's the. This could be a situation here. Maybe something is shifted inside of a fridge. So maybe it's something's going on with that being a cover up. But maybe you're trying to some Aquarius energy again. They like either they're touching somebody's food inside of a house and they're doing something to it. But she's gonna know, or she's gonna be able to tell that somebody moved her stuff, or somebody moved a drink to the side, somebody moved or shifted something inside of a fridge. Maybe that's what a Gemini did. So maybe a Gemini did that to you. Maybe a Gemini is eating your things, or putting. I don't know. Maybe a Gemini is doing something to you, or something that's toxic with a Gemini also. Maybe that's what you're relaying to a Gemini. Maybe that's what you're conversing with a Gemini energy about an Aquarian and a Capricorn, and then living somewhere. I get joking. Somebody's laughing about it. Maybe that's why an Aquarian is behind their door laughing about things like that. But he should go to jail. Something's going on with it. But she didn't finish eating them, or he or she didn't finish drinking it or eating it, whatever it is. But so you feel someone should go to jail anywhere. But I get the Aquarius. The Aquarius man should go to jail anyway. They should go to jail anyway. But I can't even speak to her. Something's going on with you trying to tell. Maybe you keep staring at someone, but maybe something's going on surrounding them, and maybe something that you can't speak to. Maybe there's a language barrier. Oh, I see what's going on. Something's going on where you're aware that something toxic is happening in somebody's food inside of a house or a workplace, or something's toxic surrounding them, period. Relationship, eating, food, apples, drinks, whatever it is. But for some reason, maybe you speak in another language, or they maybe speak another language, but they don't understand you, vice versa. And you want to tell them something, or you don't. But the Aquarius keeps laughing. The Aquarius keeps laughing about that. I get pretend. Maybe you're pretending to not understand someone inside of a house. This could be a situation where like a black person is trying to ask a Spanish person for directions somewhere. And they're trying to act like they don't understand. All of a sudden, they don't know how to speak English, or they don't understand English because they're black. Maybe you're doing that to someone, or maybe that's why the language. That's why this is happening to you. That's why an Aquarian energy, some air sign. That's what they're laughing about. Something disgusting about that. Something is disgusting about that. But so why are we doing this to her? Why a Capricorn? Why is a Capricorn being treated this way? Why are they doing this to her? Why? Whatever it is. They talking about Nigerian. So maybe something's going on. Maybe you're Nigerian, or maybe something's going on with the fact that someone is Nigerian somewhere. Maybe that's why someone was asked to leave a house, a home, a job, language barrier. But if they're speaking in their language around her on purpose, or they're speaking in their language around me on purpose, in a job, in a home, and whatever it is. Somebody's speaking a different language inside of a home on purpose, so that someone won't, stealing, so that someone won't know that somebody's talking about things being stolen from them, but they're talking about it in a different language, so that you won't hear, so that they won't hear. But so what language is that? So you're trying to understand, what language is that? So maybe you're creeping up on these fire signs, and maybe they're speaking another language from you. You're just trying to help out a friend. But something's going on with them speaking. Oh, I see. Somebody is aware. Someone is aware somewhere that they're being stalked. So you're doing the stalking, whatever you're doing, or somebody is stalking you to protect you, or whatever it is. Somebody is aware that you're stalking them. But there's a language situation. So something's going on. Maybe there's turning on and off languages so that you won't hear what they're saying. Maybe there's a need to bring a recorder with you. So maybe if you're trying to stalk to help someone, maybe there's something's going on. Something's going on with you needing to bring a recorder with you somewhere. Maybe you should bring a recorder with you. And maybe you could show it to someone of the same ethnicity, or show it to someone who also speaks the same language. Maybe that will be helpful. But there's something scary about that also. Maybe you feel you want someone to interpret some type of shadiness that you're aware of that's happening around you or a friend. But you're fearing whoever you go to, you're fearing them being affiliated with the people that you're trying to beat down, whatever the situation is here. But don't be paranoid. Maybe you shouldn't be paranoid about that. Just do it. Whatever it is, just do it. They're not going to say anything. Maybe they're not. Maybe they are. Maybe they're not. But maybe that's why they're concealing things in another language. So how could she not know that? So maybe that's what's happening to a fire sign. Maybe it's happening to an air sign or you. Or how could she or he not know that? Maybe this is happening to you and somebody's going on their way to do this for you and you don't know. When I said I get thank you, somebody's doing this for you and they're like, thank you. Thank you. Your friend is like, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Oh my God. 10 of Spades energy for your present. Because she should move. Maybe it's an air sign. She should move. Maybe you're that she. But I get Cancer. Maybe a Cancer should move. Or you want a Cancer. I get a Cancer. You want a Cancer and a Gemini out of the way. Or you succeeded in doing that. But I keep getting food. So maybe like something's going on with food. Maybe you're serving someone food, or maybe that's why I said maybe you're finding out something that's going on in your friend's house, or maybe you're finding out something that happened to a coworker, or the fact that someone went out for drinks, whatever it is. Maybe it's talking about 69. Something's going on with 69. So maybe this is maybe it's a sex act with a 10 of Spades. Maybe it's a sex act that someone was involved in. Maybe you were involved with a sex act, or maybe this is what a Gemini and a Cancer element. Maybe that's what I get a Pisces also. That's what those elements are sharing with you. But maybe you're blocking your ears. But that's how she passed. This is weird. Does it feel like a rape? It could be. There's a situation. I keep getting drawn back to that dorm again, or some room, or whatever it is. Something's going on with somebody passed because of a sex act. Like with a 10 of Spades. But the he was too rough. Somebody could be an air sign. He was too rough. But the Aries is complaining. So something's going on with the Aries complaining. Like an Aries is complaining. Maybe there's this feeling of maybe you were having sex with an air sign, and that's why I added Pisces. Maybe that's why a Pisces is complaining. Or a Gemini, some air sign was having sex with someone inside of, a Gemini, a Cancer. Maybe they were having sex inside of some place, and maybe that's why a Pisces or some fire sign. Maybe that's why they're complaining. But I also get a job environment. Somebody was having sex in a job environment. But I did a Cancer and a Gemini. A Cancer and a Gemini, they were having sex inside of a job environment. But how does she pass? Something's going on with a consensual sex act in a job or a home, but it caused someone to pass. I don't know, with the 10 of Spades. Something is strange about that. Something is where there's details. Maybe somebody isn't giving you all the details. But I get mouth. That's why I said 69. Maybe, I see. I mean, you can't pass from an STD. Maybe it's AIDS. Maybe it's HIV/AIDS with the 10 of Spades. Maybe somebody's I don't know what's going on with you, or fire sign elements. Something's going on with finding out that something's going on, but somebody did 69 and maybe they contracted something, but they passed from it with the 10 of Spades. Can't pass from an STD. It has to be some type of HIV that someone had for a long period of time. But I get the Aquarian. Maybe an Aquarian has HIV, but they don't know. Maybe they don't know that they have HIV. Some air sign doesn't know that they have HIV. Maybe that's what Pisces. Maybe that's what you're talking to a Pisces-like element about. But that's why he's coming back. So maybe something's going on with the fact that someone moved or went away, or what. I was going to dorm. Maybe the fact that someone moved or went away, or whatever. They left somewhere, or they left someone somewhere, or that somebody's being left alone. Period. But somebody's coming back to tell you that kind of news with the 10 of Spades. But when I said come back to tell you that kind of news, look at the Cancer is crying. A Cancer is crying. A Cancer is crying. Wow. So maybe something's going on with your friends and or coworkers, and maybe they're relaying. Maybe this is happening. Oh, I see. Oh, I see what's going on. There's a situation. That's why you're doing secretive stalkings on somebody's man, somebody's woman. Something's going on where somebody. Like maybe that's why I said doing secretive things on your own or whatever it is. You're going out of your way to beat down the boyfriend or the girlfriend of a guy that slept with your friend and gave him or her something. Ten of spades. That's one situation. That's why you're scared to do that. That's why you're scared. That's why he's coming back. He could be the Gemini. He could be the Cancer. Cancer's a female. Gemini's a guy. And Aquarian is a dude. But they're also a female that doesn't know that they contracted something with a Ten of Spades energy here. I mean, that's why you're doing this for a friend. And because they feel betrayed by a brother. Somebody feels betrayed by a brother. Maybe that's why I said that something happened in childhood or something like that. The two of clubs energy could be like maybe something's going on with molestation with a brother. Molestation with a brother. Wow, molestation with a brother. I mean, you're that sister. You could be a guy and your brother did something crazy to you with the Ten of Spades. You're like, why didn't my mother tell me this? Maybe that's what you're arguing with fire sign parent. Maybe it's fire sign parents. Maybe that's why you're arguing with them because you feel betrayed by them because from concealing molestation in childhood. Ten of Spades. Ten of Spades. So somebody was concealing molestation or some type of rape or the fact that somebody was doing 69 and they had HIV. But I also get kids. Somebody has children. I get my man. You're a woman. You're finding out your man has children. That's why you're stalking someone. That's why it's terrifying. That's why the fact that you're seeing suitcases with dolls and toys and blankets inside of it. You're like that's not ours. That's not hers. That's not whoever's with a Ten of Spades. But I get betrayed. You feel betrayed. Ten of Spades. I get by a Leo. You feel betrayed by a Leo also with this kind of element. You feel betrayed by a Leo. Seven of Clubs with a Two of Clubs. Why would you do this to me? If you're a female, why would you do this to me? Why would you do this to me? But you're like, who's the other woman? So it could be a job, boyfriend, girlfriend, friend group, feeling betrayed by friends with a Ten of Spades. Or it's your man, your woman. Leo-like element. Maybe it's a coworker that betrayed you. Maybe private affairs. If your coworker betrayed you, maybe they exposed something about neurological. Maybe your coworker exposed something that's going on with you neurologically, or that's why I said private. That is a private affair. That is a private part of you that a Leo is sharing. But Aries is also sharing that, and that's why you're going off and you're trying to tackle down the Aries. Leo also. That's why you're doing that. Seven of Clubs with the Two of Clubs, or if something's going on with a friend external, and you're like, where are they going with those suitcases? Or your man has a secretive wife. I get wife. If you're a woman, your man has a secretive wife. Maybe you're just dating someone, but they're not telling you that they're married. They're not telling you that they're married. If you're a guy, maybe it's the same kind of situation. But when I say guy. And tired of the same kind of, and tired of, maybe it's the same kind of situation. I get tired of dating older women. Someone's going on when you dating older women. Someone can't do 69. If you're a guy and you're dating an older woman, somebody cannot bend their legs or something's going on with that. How old is the woman that you're trying to date? If you're a dude, they can't move their legs. Like something's going on. You're trying to do 69 with an older woman, and she can't. Like something's going on with her joints and pain and Ten of Spades. With the Ten of Spades energy, or maybe just a parent. Maybe I get walkers. Maybe a parent. Maybe something that's tough about using walkers and taking care of parents, and I get tired of doing that. Maybe you're tired of taking care of a parent. If this is not some type of situation where you're dating somebody older than you and they can't do sex positions that are painful, vice versa. With the Ten of Spades energy here, or it's a parent that you're tired of taking care of. You're trying to get away or get rid of a parent? I don't know. I mean, not get rid of a parent, but I mean, there's something going on with a nursing home with the Two of Clubs. You're trying to get referrals from an Aries element on how to put a parent in a nursing home. Maybe the Aries is a sibling. or not. You know, Aries could be a sibling or a friend with the ten of spades energy, but maybe they are. That's what they're arguing. The parent is complaining because they don't understand why you want to do that. Why you want to do that? A Scorpio is a parent also, but something's going neurological going on with the Scorpio in their mental mind, or something's going on with that, and not being able to move and moving slowly. Ten of spades, or it's a Capricorn energy, and somebody's trying to do away with them, and you're trying to help them out, or something's going on with parents. And you want to put parents in nursing homes, or it's a shady work environment where people are sharing your private affairs and mental situations going on in a job. But when I said I get, they're also doing that to a Capricorn. They also have done it, or they also are doing it to a Capricorn element. But nothing's wrong with her, or there's nothing wrong with me, or there's nothing wrong with her. Like, what the hell? Maybe it's a Gemini, the air sign element with the ten of spades. Capricorn, Gemini, Cancer. There's nothing wrong with them. Maybe somebody thinks they contracted HIV, or maybe somebody does have it and they don't know that they have it, and they're doing 69 moves. Or your man has secretive wives, girlfriends, or a Leo is talking about you in the workplace about your stuff. Ten of spades, or you're trying to help out a friend, but you're aware that somebody's doing mystical magic. African forms of spirituality on someone, and that's why they can't move. Like, somebody's practicing something on someone, and that's why they can't move. Ten of spades. Maybe that's why maybe move doesn't have to be like physically move. Move could be like move, like can't move, like what do you call it? Move, and maybe somebody's stuck in a marriage. Maybe somebody feels stuck, bound, like a binding spell with ten of spades. But the Cancer and the Gemini, maybe something's going on with their relationship, something that's binding spell-like about that relationship. Maybe you're saying that. Maybe that's what a Capricorn is teaching you about. Maybe that's what this something that you realize with a ten of spades, something that's spell-like about somebody's relationship. And that's why somebody's dipping out on you, vice versa. It's magically inclined. Something's going on magically with someone, and whatever it is, if somebody's scared of it, scared of the Aries, they're where Aries is practicing that. That's why you're arguing with Aries about putting a parent in a nursing home, or you're trying to stalk an Aries because you're doing your friend wrong. But something's going on magically with that because somebody is like binding spells, or like what's the Obeah, like that Jamaican form of spirituality where somebody's practicing it heavily somewhere, and that's why someone is not getting divorces and things, or realizing something that's happening to them. But I also get that's why a doctor did not catch up on something also. That's why a doctor somewhere did not see something on an ultrasound, or on a mammogram, on a sonogram, on an MRI. That's why a doctor didn't see something. Something's mystical about that also. And you're like, how the hell did they do that? How the hell did they use mysticism to conceal a diagnosis with the ten of spades? How the hell did they do that? But her whole family did that with the ten of spades. Whoever the her is, you are that her. Leo, Cancer, Gemini, his or her whole family did that. Capricorn, Scorpio, maybe there's something's going on with a Scorpio-like element. But yeah, Aries is a fool. I mean, the Aries is the fool card, but something's fool-like about an Aries element. But maybe it's what they're practicing. Maybe it's what Aries is practicing, and maybe that's why they're a fool with the ten of spades. That's why the question resides. You don't understand why people are doing this to your friend. You don't understand why people are doing this to your friend. Trying to do and practice mystical things so that someone won't see that they have some type of diagnosis, or trying to keep somebody bound in a relationship mystically. But that's the reason why you can't get out. You also can't get out of something with the ten of spades. You also can't I get with an Aquarian. You also can't get out of something with an Aquarian. It could be a business deal. But yet people think you're silly for being in. You're in a business deal with an Aquarian energy or some air sign, and people think you're silly for being in it with the ten of spades. People think you're silly for being in it. But yet the Aquarian energy has Leo in their chart. Like, it could be a Leo-like element. That's why I said Leo. Something's going on with the Leo having Aquarian, vice versa, in their chart. Maybe they spoil you. With people, there's something going on with you being. Maybe something's going on with the Aquarian and Leo, or that they are the same person. It's two different people. Maybe that those elements, or that element, is doing bad things to people with the Ten of Spades. And maybe something's going on where people think it's silly that you're still dealing with them, but something is mystical about it. Like something is blood tied or mystical or sacrificial or whatever, ritualistic, spirituality or bear, whatever it is, about some type of relationship or job situation that you're in or somebody is in. Interesting. Ten of Spades. Your future, Virgo, has the Three of Hearts. Three. There's gossip, obviously, but the Cancer. There's gossip with a Cancer. There's gossip with the Cancerian energy. But your involvement with the Gemini, like the Cancer is talking about your involvement with the Gemini energy. But that's why I don't like her. You're some air sign. Doesn't have to be the Gemini. It could be Aquarian energy. That's what the Cancer is gossiping about, and you can't take it with the Three of Hearts energy here. But so how does she know that we kissed each other? So something's going on with a Cancerian energy, being aware that a Gemini, that you kissed a Gemini. But a Capricorn did. Maybe a Capricorn kissed a Gemini. That a Capricorn kissed a Gemini, that's the reason into why you're traveling to an Aries. That's the reason into why you're traveling to an Aries. But the Cancer is laughing at that situation as well. Or both of those. A Cancer is laughing at that. Or maybe something's going on with the Aries and the Sag kissing each other. But I get disgust when I said that. That something is disgusting. That's why I said the Aries isn't cute. Something is disgusting about an Aries and a Sag kissing each other. Or something's going on when you traveling to. I almost said traveling to conceal. You're also traveling to conceal, but you're also traveling to you're traveling to confront or tell someone something that you saw somebody's wife, or husband, boyfriend, or girlfriend kissing. You saw Capricorn kissing a Gemini energy, or you were caught kissing a Gemini energy, and the Cancer is talking about that. I'm looking at the Two of Clubs. You don't want your man and woman to know that. Seven of Clubs, Two of Clubs. When I said Seven of Clubs, Two of Clubs, I get secretive cameras. Secretive cameras, but I get tail lights. Maybe there's a secretive camera in a tail light, in a light, in a car light. But so how did he or she get that in there? Somebody has or has whatever, has like a secretive camera, like attached to their like the lights that are behind their the Aries. The Aries has that. Jesus Christ, something is crafty about the Aries and the fire sign elements. Somebody has like a camera hooked in their car, like there's somewhere in their car, like behind it in the light somehow with a Ten of Spades. And they saw you, or there's a fear of being caught with a Ten of Spades. There's maybe I should go with someone. Maybe you should not go. Something going with disguising yourself. Maybe you should not just go and confront something alone. And maybe you need to wear masks and beards and whatever it is. Maybe it's Halloween. It is a 10. Maybe I see what's going on. Maybe you're trying to do this on Halloween day. It's a Ten of Spades. Something's going on Halloween day. Something may be happening on Halloween day. That's crazy. That's crazy with the Ten of Spades. The sex scenario, the finding out, the going to try. Maybe something in the bet. Maybe you feel it's a Ten of Spades in the sense where maybe you feel like Halloween would be a good time to do something. Or maybe something's going on. Maybe the fact that it's a Ten of Spades being in the present is maybe something's going on with your friend, and maybe something happened to a friend or coworker. Maybe something happened crazy to them, and maybe you wanted to do something. You were hoping to do something with someone for Halloween. And that's why you're going after fire signs to beat them down. You're going after fire signs to beat them down, or you're doing something on Halloween with the Ten of Spades. With the Ten of Spades. But what mask should I wear? So you're trying to figure out what kind of mask you should wear. Maybe you should wear a miming mask. You know, maybe you're trying to figure out what mask to wear. Maybe someone, it's a Ten of Spades in a sense where, maybe something's going on. Maybe you're trying to still live your life after someone passed, or after someone moved, or whatever it is, or after being diagnosed with something, or someone being diagnosed. Somebody's still trying to truffle through life. You're still trying to enjoy something. After someone moved, or whatever it is, after an air sign left you, Ten of Spades, or some whatever, but the water sign, maybe after a water sign, an air sign left you, you're still trying to enjoy Halloween, Wow. or something's going on with you doing something on Halloween, and there's a scare to do. That's why it's a 10. You're scared to confront the fire sign elements, or Gemini or Cancer. You're scared to confront them, or maybe someone is coming towards you on Halloween with this kind of information, some type of crazy information. Maybe someone is coming to you on Halloween with some type of crazy information. It's a 10 in the sense where it does represent October. This could be happening throughout the rest of October, clearly. Or it's the 10. I don't know why I'm being drawn. I don't know why it said 10 being Halloween. It could be something is actually happening on that day, or on the 10th. Maybe something's happening on the 10th of October. Oh my God, whatever situation is going on here with parents in their homes and doing secretive things and trying to figure out what the hell somebody's doing inside some place. 3 of Clubs energy for your instincts. 3 of Clubs. 3 of Clubs. There's collab. You're collaborating with fire sign, but for a good reason. You're collaborating with fire sign elements for a good reason. You're doing something for a good reason. You were carrying on with them before, but something's going on. Maybe something is working, or maybe you're trying to do something. Oh, I see. Something. That's why I said disguise with the 10 of spades. You're trying to be friendly. You're trying to be friendly with fire sign elements. Like you're trying to be that's why I said mask. Like wearing a mask. Maybe you're wearing a mask, like Gemini. Maybe you feel like your friend. Maybe you feel your friend is wearing a mask. Or maybe you feel like fire sign elements are wearing a mask, or you're wearing a mask in this collaboration, a business collaboration with these fire signs. You're wearing a mask with them. But it's like, how else am I going to get information out of them if I don't wear a damn mask? Like, how else am I going to get benefits? How else am I going to get benefits? How else am I going to How else am I going to get information out of them if I don't wear a mask? Literally, if I don't wear a mask. I get the Aquarius. Maybe Aquarian energy is wearing a mask, but in a house. They're either they're literally wearing a mask in a house, or maybe it's robbery, or somebody's like wearing a mask, like because they know things, or they have more information. If it's an Aquarius energy with the 10 of spades, they're wearing they're wearing a mask. There's a housemate that is being done wrong, and that's why an Aquarian energy is wearing a mask. Some Gemini is wearing, some air sign, they're wearing mask. They're wearing a mask. But a Libra knows. Maybe a Libra knows why somebody's wearing a mask somewhere, literally or figuratively. Maybe it's a business partnership that you're in with a Libra and a Aries, Leo, all these fire signs. That's a Libra has information into that. But yet, why they're treating you that way. So a Libra, that's why I said a Libra is wearing a mask. Some air sign. A Libra is wearing a mask into the fact that they're aware of what fire sign energies are doing to you, or how they really feel about you, 10 of spades, or how they really feel about somebody else. All these air signs, I get shady. This air sign elements are shady. But so why didn't he tell me, or why didn't she tell me that she knew my coworker, my housemates, my this, that, and the third? 10 of spades. Somebody had drinks with somebody. So maybe it's an air sign. There's an air-like element that they had drinks at your housemate. There's an air sign that they went out with your housemate and they had drinks with them. Maybe they're trying to sleep with the housemate. Miss, what is disgusting about that to you, or whatever? Maybe you went out. Maybe that's why a Cancer was crying. That could be why a Cancer is gossiping in the future, and that's why they're crying. You know what I mean? With the 10 of spades. But he tried to drug me. But I get some air sign. Like if you're a guy, a girl, somebody try to drug you, or they try to drug someone with food and drink. Well, the 10 of spades with food and drink. But the fire sign energies ask that there's something going on. That's why you're trying. Oh, I see. That's why you're trying to get information on these fire signs, because they're wearing masks. They're wearing masks because they secretively. Aquarius. They secretively ask an Aquarian energy to do something with the 10 of spades. You're aware of that. I mean, that's why you're also wearing a mask with someone that you live with, your house with, you work with, because you don't want to have to like tell. Maybe you feel like if you talk regularly to someone and not pretend that you don't understand what they're saying, then maybe they're going to call the police. You feel like they're going to call the police on someone. They're going to call the police on someone, vice versa. 10 of spades. There's a shouldn't tell. Maybe you should not tell someone something. I'm looking at the 3 of clubs. Maybe you shouldn't tell fire sign elements something, air sign elements something. They shouldn't tell you something. Also, somebody's trying to tell you something, but there's a feeling here where they shouldn't. Also, maybe they shouldn't tell you something. Also, vice versa. Damn. The accomplishment has the Jack of Spades energy here. Jack of Spades. Right? Libra. This element is showing up with a Libra-like element, or air sign, or Gemini, or Aquarius. Right? Insecure. Something is insecure with a Libra-like element. I mean, you're showing up insecure, dealing with these fire signs right next to the Seven of Clubs. Someone's insecure about air signs, or something's going on with you. Maybe you have air on your chart, or something's going on with you feeling insecure. But yet mentally, it is a spade card. Something's going on with you being either it's a job. That's why I said wear a mask, and job and family, whatever it is, housemate situations, and wear a mask. Or it's an air sign that's doing that, and maybe they're insecure. But something's going on with you feeling. That's why it's a jack. That's why it's a Jack of Spades. You're feeling insecure mentally. Why? I don't know. Or air sign is. Someone feels insecure mentally. But I can't write. So maybe you're trying to write something to someone. That's why the Seven of Clubs is here. But if the boss can't handle the fact that you can't write, that's why the Jack of Spades and the Seven of Clubs and the Two of Clubs energy is here. Ten of Spades. Maybe a boss is aggravated by the fact that by it talking. Maybe the boss is aggravated, but maybe it's the way you talk, or the way maybe it's the way you talk, or the way you write. Ten of Spades. Why didn't she tell me that? Maybe training. Maybe there was a training that was not offered. I get on purpose. There was a training that was not offered to you on purpose, but maybe it's to help. It's for some reason it's to help you talk or learn a language or help you write with the Ten of Spades, and you feel betrayed by a boss or family member or housemate. Ten of Spades energy. And Aquarian energy was supposed to help you. So either that's the Leo with the Aquarian in their chart, or a Leo was supposed to help you, or it's actual Aquarian sun energy that was supposed to help you with something. Ten of Spades. The betrayal energy with the fact that somebody was trying to lead you wrong in a damn job. Why didn't you tell me I wasn't right sending off this? And why didn't you proofread this? Why didn't you check to see if I had misspelled words with the Ten of Spades? And maybe someone is embarrassing when you typing up something and being an assistant, and you typing up something and sending something off, and the person who you're sending to, they're bent over their chair and desk laughing. You feel betrayed by a boss. Wow. Insecure with the Jack of Spades energy here, Seven of Clubs. Or maybe it's an air sign that feels that way in school. But yeah, with a Capricorn. Someone feels insecure with a Capricorn energy. You feel insecure with a Capricorn energy. Maybe that's what you're arguing with fire sign energy is about. Or somebody feels insecure with something's going on with a Capricorn and a Gemini. Something's going on with that partnership, and somebody feels insecure in it. It means a Gemini feels insecure dealing with a Capricorn, or vice versa. But the Cancer does. Maybe a Cancer feels insecure mentally or physically, whatever. Feels insecure dealing with a Gemini energy. I mean, you don't understand why with the Ten of Spades. You're trying to tell a Cancerian energy why. Why do you feel insecure with him? Why do you feel insecure with her? Ten of Spades. This could also be an element where somebody is trying to invite you out, or someone's trying to invite someone out. But the reason into why they're not being invited out, vice versa. It has something to do with somebody being insecure about being somewhere with somebody, whatever it is. Maybe that's why. But maybe that's why there's secrecy happening around you with a partner, and secretive movements that someone is making around you, because somebody feels insecure intuitively with this kind of feeling. Your spiritual self has the Nine of Diamonds energy here. Nine of Diamonds. It's Earth sign energies. It's the first Earth sign card that I managed to get. Nine of Diamonds. Maybe I get rest. Maybe something's going on with you spiritually. Maybe somebody is resting. Two of Clubs with the Nine of Diamonds. But yeah, after I use her information. So something's going on. Were you using Aries? After you use the Aries element information, after you use their information to rest, you're using somebody's information to rest. Now you're able to rest. But again, that's what this relationship is for. So some type of relationship that you have with a fire sign energy, doesn't have to be Aries, could be a Sag, could be whoever. Some type of relationship that you have with a fire sign, like again, taking advantage. You're taking advantage of that element, but something's going on with you. You're able to rest for some reason with the Nine of Diamonds, or they're resting. Okay, now that they don't have to worry about someone, it's right next to the Nine of Diamonds. You, another Earth sign, I was getting Capricorn. Maybe someone doesn't have to worry. I have Taurus. Maybe someone doesn't have to worry about a Taurus anymore, or Capricorn anymore, or you anymore. Hmm. Wow. Fire sign energies. That's why somebody is being now. That's why someone is able to rest now. You're able to rest. They're able to rest. I mean, someone's able to. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why somebody a vacation. Maybe that's why someone is taking a vacation. That's why there's two cases. But it's a, where is she going with my man? Or where is she going with her man or his woman or whatever it is? Like Nine of Diamonds energy being here. That's why you're doing secretive things. That's why you're doing secretive things. But maybe you need a Libra energy's help. Some air sign, you need their help, but they're being insecure, whatever it is, or something's going on. You feeling insecure. You feel insecure confronting fire signs into what they're doing to your friend. You feel insecure about that, and they're running around with suitcases. They're about to leave. Like at Florida, somebody's about to go to Florida. You're about to go to Florida with your man, your woman. But yet that's not true. Like something is not true about you going to Florida with a man or a woman, but something is true about two fire, like Aries and a Sag going to Florida, some fire sign energies, or maybe it's an Earth sign going to Florida with a fire sign. You know, maybe that's why something's going on here. Somebody's a secret vacation that two fools. You're like two fools are trying to take. You're like two fools are trying to take a vacation around somebody. Two fools are trying to take a vacation around somebody. But I should tell her now. You're like, I should tell her now. Maybe maybe somebody is behind the scenes doing this with you and your man, your woman, whatever. Job. Maybe it's a boss that's trying to take secret ventures and leave you up for the wolves. Maybe it's a damn boss that's doing that. Your mentality has a Two of Hearts energy here. It's right next to the Three of Hearts. Your mentality has a Two of Hearts energy. Maybe you could actually benefit from the help of some water sign. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I was going to Scorpio and Cancer prominently, but a water sign, all of them, maybe you can use all of their help. But maybe they're also family members to someone. Maybe they're your family members, or they're the Capricorn energies family members, or the Gemini energies family members. Air like element, they're family members. Maybe you could actually use their help. Maybe they don't want to help. You're thinking about collabing with them. Maybe they don't want to help. But a Pisces does not. A Pisces does not want to help with some type of secrecy or whatever you're trying to do for somebody. They don't want to help with that. They clear as day. Maybe a Cancer does. A Cancer might want to help. A Cancer might want to help with the Two of Hearts energy. Cancer might want to help. Three of Clubs, trying to be fake with fire signs so you can find out where the hell they're going. But something's going on with you being insecure into doing that. You know? Wow. What's changing is a Two of Spades energy. Two of Spades. But should I make a phone call? So maybe it's to an air sign. You're trying to figure out, but it's needing help. You want help from air sign, water sign, helping a friend, job, housemate, secret housemate situations with toxicity and food. Two of Spades energy. Maybe somebody's doing this with you. You want to call. Should I make a phone call? Two of Spades. But I get to tell him or her what I saw. You're trying to figure out. You saw something crazy. You saw something crazy with the Ten of Spades. You're like, should I call him or her? Should I call? Should I call? Two of Spades energy. Something is not going to be difficult to do. Like someone's not going to. Maybe you're a Capricorn. Maybe you're already talking to a Capricorn energy, or someone is already talking to you comfortably. You're already comfortably talking to someone. So maybe you're trying to ease in the fact that you saw something crazy. I get pertaining to an Aries and a Sag. You saw something crazy pertaining to an Aries and a Sag element, and that's why you want to tell a Capricorn energy what you saw. Or maybe they want to do this with you. Something is vague. When I said with you, I get something is vague. That's why I said you're already comfortably, or somebody's already comfortably talking to you about whatever random stuff that doesn't matter, or it does matter, and you're trying to be vague, or they're trying to be vague, but you're trying to give somebody breadcrumbs or trying to give somebody little hints and signals into what they saw, what you saw with the Two of Spades. That's hence the insecurity. You're being insecure about saying something to somebody that you saw, heard, whatever it is. Wow. Your resolution has the King of Spades energy. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energies here. But no good. Something is no good about these air sign man. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Someone's no good about air sign man, and they're in a resolution. Maybe you thought someone was helpful. That's why I said from the beginning you thought, but that's why I said it turns out that someone was deeper, more involved than you thought. It was an Aquarius energy or Gemini energy, whatever, Libra. Somebody was more in touch with some type of secrecy surrounding you, or surrounding someone that you're actually trying to help. You try to ask them for their help, but they're actually involved. That's why they're laughing. King of Spades. You thought they were going to be involved. Three of Hearts in the future. But something's wrong with bribing. Maybe you feel like you need to call to bribe this element. I get to be quiet. You're trying to bribe air sign element, air sign. This could be showing like a woman also. You could be trying to bribe this element so that they would not say anything also. So that they won't say anything. So they won't say. So you could have been Three of Hearts. It's all gossip because when you're gossiping with this element. There's an element here where like you wanted their help, but you found they were actually involved. They're not involved, or they're just not helpful. Period. But you're gossiping about that. Cancer is gossip. Some air water sign, like Pisces, Cancer. They're gossiping about that. They're gossiping about that. About what's happening to Capricorn, Aries, and Sag, or in a job. What happened to someone in a dorm room? Why maybe somebody has HIV, or some potentially, or because 69, just doing 69 poses on with an older person, younger person, whatever it is, with the King of Spades energy. What'd you see? What'd you hear? Whatever. But they know more, or you share something with them. You're trying to get them to not share or talk or whatever it is. But it's insecure. It's insecurity tied, or neurologically something's going on with that also, or something's neurologically going on with someone. But maybe that's with this element, something's neurologically going on with them, and that's why they're acting the way they are with someone. That's why they're acting the way they are with someone. Insecure, whatever it is. Strange. I don't know. Or maybe you have this element in your chart and you're acting strange with something that you know, and something that's really easy to just say to someone. Talking language, whatever it is. All right, let's see. The outcome is for Virgo. Interesting read. I'm glad I did it over because the first one was not like this. Judgment energy being here by involvement. You're being judged on your involvement in a situation. Aquarius, an Aquarius is being judged, or you are involved. You being judged on your involvement with an Aquarian energy, or an Aquarius is being judged. Some air sign, Gemini. Somebody's being judged hardcore here with this element being here. But he's gonna have to go to jail now with this judgment energy. He or she's gonna have to go to jail now with the judgment card. This could be a situation here where some craziness going on in a job and people are concealing stuff. Craziness going on at home, people are concealing stuff. You're trying to go out of your way to help someone, vice versa. And somebody has more information, not say anything with a judgment energy. But they're trying to act like they can't talk, and they can. You or this element, they're trying to act like they can't talk. With a judgment energy here. There's a lockup kind of feeling with the air sign guy. I don't know. Fire sign elements. Where they going with those suitcases vibe? With a judgment energy. The judgment energy. Maybe it's not a situation that crazily where somebody is getting locked up, but maybe you want somebody, maybe because stealing is involved. You want somebody locked up. Right? You want a Sagittarius energy locked up. Some fire sign elements, you want them locked up. Air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, not the Gemini really, but it's an Aquarius. You want somebody locked up with this element being here. Wow. Taurus has information into this also. If you're dealing with a Taurus-like element with a judgment energy. Wow. All right, Virgo, let me know how it resonates. Be well. Take care. Bye.